Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into right away. Today, we're going to look into the energies of the next 12 months. I already see a chunk of money coming forth, but this is actually coming from the 9th month timeline, but it's falling into this today. I feel like this can be something that you're going to maybe receive now, pay 9 months later. It can be something like that, or something that you are planting right now, a seed that you're planting might come in 9 months later. Another thing here, I would like to mention, this is only general reading. We're going to have like a money and success reading separate from that one. And I'm also planning to do like a romance reading. If you're interested, comment down below, because most of the subscribers on my channel are not really interested in those kind of readings, okay? I see there's a bear in your heart space. Kind of looks like a wolf face as well. Bear, wolf, they're both very powerful and good omens. Bear can be symbolizing someone disciplined, structured, someone maybe who owns their own business company, and it's in your heart space, in your family, in your house. Basically, maybe that's what you want to accomplish in your house, and that's like the first intention coming forward. When you set the intention, it's opening 2 pathways in front of you and connecting 2 phone lines right here. This can be the opportunity really presenting itself when you set the intentions clearly, okay? The wolf can symbolize soul family. So maybe this is something that will bring you and the people who are aligning with you together when you set this clear intention, okay? The phone lines are coming all around the year, circling you. I feel like this can also be connecting with your loved ones, family members. If you're in sales, it's a very big and important part of like connecting with people to actually expand your business. It can be something like that, but also it can be connecting with people compatible with your energy. They love and appreciate who you are. Another thing I see here is another dog showing up right there, and they're coming up within the 5th month timeline. This can be the intentions that you're setting as like having people, loyal people surrounding you, is going to start manifesting itself. You're going to start results of those intentions. I see here between the 2nd and the 3rd month, there's a bubble of energy, and this can be an environment that you're going to step in. Initially, it looks like it has a very light, good surroundings, the people inside of it. I see number 3 might be very creative, but also there's like an angry dog inside, and like you're already having so many dogs as omens showing up here. I feel like maybe you need to really look up the energy of the loyalty, because dogs symbolize loyalty. However, if the dog is not trained, okay, maybe loyalty without control or tact or being thoughtful can not really serve you, because when the dog is not trained, they can chew your toys, basically chew your shoes, basically, okay? So when you find yourself in that environment, this can also be an experience for you to really initiate boundaries and also stand your ground. But overall, I feel like this is going to also give you the opportunity to expand outside of those boundaries. I see like slightly, they're not very clear here, letter A, and T right there. This can mean the first name, and A, V, and T. It can mean someone's first name or the last name. It can be about a place that you want to go. I see a new baby right here, like sitting down. Actually, the dog is right under the baby as well. This can be your ideas manifesting and like starting as babies, and they start to crawl and grow up and just stand up and go. But it seems like it still has some time for that. I feel like you're still in the phase of trusting that these are working for you. There's a legal paper within the 5th month, the 6th month timeline. There are 2 of those, and there's a split pathway here. There are 2 pathways opening. One of them is very slightly, the other one is like edged in and very clear. So you might be planning to move, or options to choose from, the travel opportunities. One of them is like very slight. It's not really clear, but the another thing that is in front of you is very clear. But the problem here is you're having hesitation right there. Maybe within the 6th month, you're going to have a hesitation here. Oh, which one should I choose? It can be like a if this is a job offer, maybe this one is like an established company and has structure. The other one is something that is brand new, maybe doesn't really have any past nor future, that you're not really foreseeing anything. Either way, you're going to be in a split decision moment, but I feel like when you choose the lighter thing, it is going to set you to a little bit past, okay? Maybe even the pay is not going to be that high, and this can also be about relationships, like choosing a person. Seems like here your higher self already like giving you clear signs about someone, or like there's a smiling attitude. We have someone who's bringing tea here. Tea culturally is a comforting thing, so it can be a comforting environment, but maybe you are thinking the butterflies in your stomach is what you desire, which butterfly in the stomach can actually symbolize fear response. So maybe you want to choose something that you think which is going to be exciting, interesting, and the other thing is going to be boring, but the boring can be also something that you will feel safe, secure, loved, appreciated, or like if this is like a job environment that supports you fully, your growth, your expansion. And it seems like they're going to have clear invitation to you as well. Another thing I see within the 8th month timeline, there's a person sitting here. Kind of reminds me of I think there was a caterpillar in the Alice in Wonderland. So when you choose the one that brings the tea to you, the stability to you, the comfort, you might really have a big mentor there. Okay, that the caterpillar, I forgot the name of it. I don't know if, so it's just someone who is wise, who has wisdom, information, maybe even spirit connection, is like you're gonna have an access to this kind of person. Okay, this person is sitting there with confidence. They have another person behind them. So this other person, the second one, has number 8 above their head. Kind of reminds me of a feminine energy. Feminine energy is creativity. Number 8 is material satisfaction and security. So it seems like here, the more stable the choices, the more abundant the results will be. Another thing here, you might even have people that are confident and also cautious and careful showing up here when you choose that side of the equation, okay? Let's see what else we have. We have a person here wearing kind of like a snow hat. Within the 9th month, again, 9th month, 10th month, those can be the times that you're going to maybe go on a vacation, explore new things. I see someone here maybe playing a violin. Maybe there's a romantic activity happening there. You're going to, the phone lines are forming again and pathways are opening. Maybe you're planning, packing up and preparing clothes for going to this kind of like a romantic place. It can be representative of that. Another thing here, there's a fallen angel on the bottom of it. So for some of you, there's going to be maybe a career advancement happening, which is going to affect the relationships as well. Maybe those effects are going to really show you like what when someone truly values you, like playing you violin, and maybe even like there's a cup right under they do not hesitate to give you what's emotionally satisfying you, and that might really cause you to drop an angel here. Okay, maybe someone that you see as an angel. This can be also someone that you have a soul contract with. You're going to realize that, okay, even though this is not a bad person, but they are not really maybe ever going to give you what you want. Okay, it's going to bring you the clarity. If you had any doubts about this kind of thing, all that doubt is going to go away. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see there are 2 chunks of money, I told you in the beginning, falling into your cup, the saucer, the heart space. So that kind of reminds me of the twins energy, but you have this like 2 moons actually in your symbol. We see that with the Gemini as well. So if you have Gemini in your chart, it can be you finding something superficial which has a deeper meaning. Okay, it can be that kind of a thing, because Geminis usually look like they are superficial, but they also have a deeper thought pattern. Your desire seems like coming really fast, and I also see there's like a mentor sitting and watching. There's a triangle in your heart space. The triangle can be a roof, can be a new home, or maybe you're creating a new home for yourself. I also see there are conversations happening when it comes to your desire to make it happen. So it might come in a certain time, like halfway around, and then it might have a small pause, which will require you to maybe explore other things outside of your comfort zone, or talk to the people, communicate, and that communication line is going to open and just further your desire. There's a tears of joy coming forward, and 6 months timeline. Again, I feel like that's going to be a big time for you, and that will lead to also like something and as an inspiration that will unlock some doors. Another thing I see here, there's someone with a sword in their hand. Kind of reminds me of Page of Swords. Maybe this is the 9th month timeline again, the timeline wise. Someone is gonna come to you with spiritual enlightenment, maybe even an idea that they have. It can be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And this is going to end up, also we have a hangman here. Change your perspective about. The hangman is Pisces, your energy. So maybe you have a certain belief. What happens to the hangman is he gets a revelation and he speaks his truth, and they hang him upside down, and then he gets a revelation because he's seeing from a different perspective. So I feel like here maybe your belief system, your desires, like your the actions that you're taking is going to get you to a halfway here. And then when you're out of inspiration and out of what to do, I feel like you might get inspired by someone who's intellectual, which can change your perspective about going further, moving forward with other things that you want to accomplish. Okay, let's see what tarot has to say here for you, Pisces. By the way, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this one a like, which helps a lot. Okay, let's see what we have here. Queen of Swords, exactly. That I told you that someone's coming with a sword here. I guess this is going to take a while. It seems like this can even be someone right around the corner. You see the cup right here on her throne. This person is a loving person who might even bring to you a loving offer, an idea. But the truth is, it is taking you a while to see that they really have good intentions, and also they have the ability to make a change. Because Queen of Swords is somewhat diplomatic, somewhat logical, but also because of feminine energy that she has, and she has even a prayer bead on her wrist here. She also has a spiritual side to her. She can see the spiritual side to things, but she always goes with the logical at the end of the day. But it doesn't mean that logical is not being inspired by the spiritual. The butterfly on the tip of her sword symbolizes she's always going through metamorphosis. She's always considering different options, and she might be giving you an idea, an inspiration. But another thing here, because she showed up here, it can be you starting to see the things from a perspective of logic there. Okay, we have here Six of Swords. This is from choppy waters to the calmer shores. Energy, this is moving on to a new horizon, but I feel here this is already done, that you already made your mind, and this is, you're going to start making the logical decisions, and the results are going to start to show itself. But Two Swords is also a good thing here, because swords cut like the air with a make clear that your decisions, okay, you're going to start to see the results of these clear decisions that you have. And the Six of Swords is telling me you're going to see how beneficial it is. It's not going to take too long, because Swords is a fast energy. So it's about like deciding, making your mind up and moving towards that direction. And when you start to move on, you will receive the signs and signals that this is working out. Four of Pentacles can symbolize holding yourself back. So while you're moving, maybe we might have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming in to maybe even just instill some doubt in you. That's what the Five of Cups energy. Basically, I feel overall this is suggesting that do not really fall victim to other people's stories. Okay, someone might be coming in that or maybe you are starting to see things from the direction of, okay, maybe I'm putting too much energy into this thing, it's a lie, it's not going to happen, or it's just a dream in the air, it's not going to come to the earth plane. And when you see some losses in this thing, with your desire, you might even want to give up and turn your back towards the castle that is waiting for you here across the river. And the thing is, Nine of Wands tells me that, okay, there's a solution to that, and protect what you have already created. Do not really run away from what's coming in front of you. And Six of Pentacles energy is about also Like what you put out is what you get back. So if you're putting out there positive energy, if you are hyping up other people, this is going to come back to you as good energy as well. Another thing here, this is also something that will have from Four of Pentacles, hiding your pentacles away, hiding what you have, to actually showing up and sharing what you have. Okay, so it's a process here. If you're not seeing immediate results, and if that's causing you to go back into your shell, this is basically telling you need to give it some time, and there might be some losses too. Five of Cups symbolizes that, but those losses are coming because there's a reason for it. It's not for nothing. There is a reason, because you are taming a lion right there. Some of you might be even starting a massive project that you're dealing with, and you're taming a lion right here. That's why it will require some trials and errors. Then when the things do not really align right away, do not just back down. But this doesn't mean that do not protect what you're creating. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior here, and he's lining up and making his territory known. He's saying, this is my territory, I actually earned this and I'm going to protect it, this is mine. So stand up for what you have already created and already what you're believing, okay, when opposition comes forth. We have here Two of Swords. Yes, you need to make a decision there, because the opposition can be strong. But Six of Cups tells me that your dreams, this is dreams energy, your dreams are going to start coming true. You're going to start seeing the results of them, and it can show up in the material sense. It might be even your material desires magically will fulfill, so you're going to have your confirmation through that. Okay, let's see what the oracle has to say during this time for you, Pisces. We have Merry Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, and drama. I feel like with the Nine of Swords, Five of Cups energy, you're going to have some drama in the mix, and I feel like you might be internally having that, and that's reflecting outside. Maybe you're not trusting it's working, and that's why you're seeing the outside, that the things that are not working. But we have here, he has two cups upright. Okay, there are things that are already working, and you need to change your focus from the things that are not really working out. Another thing, maybe some of you are dealing with a glamorous environment. Maybe you're walking into industries that are going to have a lot of glamour, but at the same time, this kind of places have drama as well. So instead of maybe going along this, I feel like with the Nine of Wands is telling me protect what you have created. If this is peace that you have created, do not let it get stepped on, or like do not let others to rain on your parade, basically. But also protect your boundaries, yes, but know that that's the nature of the industry, that's the nature of the place that you're stepping in. Okay, and it doesn't mean that you have to act differently. You can go with the flow, but either way you're going to achieve your success eventually you desire. So if somebody is not really getting what they want, and they're making a scene out of it and saying, oh, nothing happens here in this industry, or nothing goes the way I want it to be, because I see that, I keep giving this example. Now the movie industry is actually picking up really fast. The books are actually turning into movies faster than ever. So it can be, maybe you have a book idea and people are telling you, oh, it's not going to happen. That's their reality, that's not your reality. But because it's a movie industry, it's a book industry, there's a lot of drama and glamour in there. Do not get your eyes off the prize when it comes to that. We have integration coming in, so you might be integrating to this glamorous lifestyle and understanding that too. So you need to maybe even like adjust your tuner accordingly. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in balanced symphony of life. Some of you might be entering into new families as well. This can be like a company and structure families, and this is basically suggesting that you need to retune certain things. Okay, and instead of stepping into this new place with judgments, your own judgments, and stepping into it with the intention of integration will help you maybe even stand there for with confidence, you know, and just get what you want out of this environment too. We're going to pull your affirmation here. I love control, wish I had some. Okay, so I feel overall some of you are stepping into environments that you're not really going to have control initially. That's why it can really make you feel like I'm falling down, nothing is working the way I want it to be. This can also be the moment that you practice let go and let God take the wheel. When the floor feels like it's fallen from underneath you, that is actually what truly reality is. Control is always an illusion, basically. The illusion will return, but for now, enjoy the feeling of free fall. When things get boring again, you will reminisce about how alive you felt when you were falling. So it's about exactly like letting go of the control, because it's an illusion, basically, okay, when you think about it too, when you think about it. All right, beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave some more videos for you to enjoy. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.